Hey, how y'all doing? Part two, we back. So part one, I was breaking down the whole reason of why the labor force is the way it is, why we have a "You Go Girl" movement in the first place. What's the origins of it? Why is it prevalent right now? What are the positives? What are the negatives? And all that was good for me to break down. Go ahead and watch part one. It's on my YouTube channel. As you guys are watching this one. This is a continuation of the Jeffrey Epstein breakdown that's been going on. I haven't been making no videos in a while, but this is needed right now because I'm breaking down why the last 5 to 6 years even happened in the first place. So, the whole Me Too movement, the entire "You Go Girl" movement, all of this shit was to, like I said, was to give the ruling class cover because both parties were in an upheaval. The people wanted economic bill of rights, the end of the imperial wars. They wanted, the 1%, everything. So what did the ruling class do? Social engineering, infighting, the 99% fighting amongst itself, the Hobbesian theory, all versus all. All that was prevalent. The whole "You Go Girl" movement, hot girl summer, the divide and conquer, gender warring, times up, Me Too, all of these different moguls getting got. As soon as a black celebrity even winks at a girl, oh my God, breaking news, rape. You know what I'm saying? All this shit, everything, man, everything. The Kobe situation, Nipsey, all of it, man, was been a continuation of them trying to stop anybody who could counter their rule and could continue to divide the population amongst itself. The problem is because a particular group, women, are getting incentivized, getting elevated in corporate and shit like that, they think that's a positive. There's nothing, if they are, number one, they're not expanding the pot, they're actually shrinking the pot on purpose. And then they're having you fight over the crumbs, and then they're promoting one gender over another to usurp the traditional role of the gender, black men, who traditionally fought the system. Whereas in the last 50 years, the women have, when they get bought off, have assimilated. If if I'm lying, say I'm lying. Do you hear the music that's out right now? What revolutionary female rapper is out right now? There is none. It's all white woman whoredom. Who's the original? What's the oldest profession? Prostitution. Where did that come from? White society. And what is the females? What are the female rap era rappers talking about? Slut rap, porn rap. They've changed the language. No, they're not calling you a whore. They're calling you a player now. That's a slut. That's a whore. That's somebody who could be bought. That's a whore. Yeah, they've done a mind trick. No. You're the man now. They've been spinning shit. I like I said, and notice it all came at the rise of the usurper Drake Dragon usurping the roles. You know what I'm saying? Boss bitches, wife and niggas. You see, all that has come. None of this is an accident. That's what I'm saying. None of this is an accident. It all ties back into the Epstein thing. I gotta lay out the play first. I gotta debrief everybody because I've noticed that because I'm on level 300, and when I first got up there, I thought that everybody else was on level 300. No. Motherfuckers don't even know they're in the game right now. Some people still on level 2. They still, oh shit, Obama was bad. They still coming up with shit like that, bro. Like, oh damn, what? What? The Democrats cut welfare, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, bro. Wait, they bipartisanly work together against the people? Yes, with some nuances. But I digress. The reason why this is important is because there's too many groups, particularly our women, black women specifically, that have bought into the agenda. You know what I'm saying? They bought into it. I know because now the young girls are buying into it. The little jits buying into it. The little, you know what I'm saying? They buying into it. It's a whole new generation that got cultivated that's either going to be over feminized, feminist out, not feminized, because feminism is actually To be feminine is actually a positive as a woman, but this feminist movement is actually a oxymoron because it's devoiding you and usurping you of your true role and identity and power, and makes you imitate the exact opposite and antithesis of who you are, which is a queen, a goddess. It makes you imitate the cave bitch, the cave beast. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even. That's what I'm saying. And has it not been bought in hook, line, and sinker, perpetuated by the boule set and the celebrity class, which is controlled by white society? So you're helping to build up your white female slave masters plantation against your own group, whether you know it or not. And there's too much evidence and too much stuff out here, and too many people speaking out for you not to know. But guess what the truth is? You're getting money off of it. You're getting rewarded for your evil, so you've sold out. You're a mercenary, basically. And because there's a group of mercenaries, you've now bought in, like, well, there's a group of us, so it must be good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's the old, hey, if everybody jumps off the bridge, do you jump off the bridge? I guess you do. And that's what's going on right now, man. And I see it cut across all age spectrum. We can't just blame it on the Z's, even though they're hook, line, and sinker. But it's all generations, great grandmothers, grandmothers, aunts, moms, sisters, stepsisters, little daughters, everywhere, bruh. It's cut. And if somebody like me is speaking out about it, they won't listen to the truth of my words. They'll start hating. Well, where your dollars at? Where your money at? You hate women. You suck. Misogynist. They'll say all of the preemptive defense words that have already been cultivated and debriefed and internalized for them to use, so that they can perpetuate said agenda without the matrix being glitched out of them. And it's real. It's real. I'm breaking it down, boy. I'm flowing, boy. I'm flowing like the mezzanine right now, for real. And it's true, man. It's true. And it's sad. It's sad. Now, has there been counter stuff, quote unquote? Yeah, but it's surface level. Because when you get to the root of it, they fall back in line. Too many of them do. Too many. Yeah, they cool on the surface, or they'll speak out here and there. But then when it comes down the line, your blackness or your gender, they choose their gender, man. This is what it is, man. We just gotta call it out, bro. We just gotta be honest. We can't pretend no more. Shahzad Ali already called this shit out 3 decades ago. 3 decades ago, maybe 4 decades. He probably was doing this since the 80s. So, and around that time, she was national. It was like she was small fry. She was everywhere, and you had a chance to choose. Which one? What you gonna choose? You gonna choose righteousness, or you gonna choose that quick reward that you've already been indoctrinated into? Chose the quick reward, and now we had it a couple times. We had it in 2014. 2014, Ferguson popped off, and you had a choice. You know what I'm saying? You stand by your man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that feminist shit. Fuck that you go girl shit. That's a co-op. We ain't finna fall for that. No gender war shit. That should have been the collective consensus. Remember, you have your own independent thought, independent mind. The men wasn't there to stop your mind from just showing its acumen and genius. But you fell right for the okie doke. And now 10 years later, 11 years later, it's even worse. 5 years ago, same thing was going down. Five years ago, George Floyd uprising, the men and the women were coming together. What they did? Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, Jada and Will, and all of a sudden they got right back on the train. It wasn't even that hard. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, WAP, and it was right back on the old okie doke. It's too much of that. My thing is, I want the shit to be deaded. We either rise together or we don't rise at all. Fuck taking a sellout deal, because that sellout ain't gonna sell out. You always bet on black. Don't get a quick fix. I'm not saying you don't get your coin, you don't make your money and take the position, but don't take on the ideology as well. Use it to empower. You know what I'm saying? Use it to enhance the community, not just self-aggrandizement, working for Harley Quinn, as I was saying the analogy before. The black man traditionally is Batman. He's good, fighting evil, crime fighting. His woman is Batgirl, or Batwoman, if y'all feel like I'm subordinating y'all. So, but on the other side, there's the Joker, and then there is a female villain. Oh my God, women can be bad, men can be good. Whoa, what? The society got it like flipped and dipped. The bad person on the female side of the game is Harley Quinn. She works with the Joker. She's going to bamboozle you so you can help her and the Joker destroy Gotham, basically, which is the symbolic message of our society, our communities. And you're doing just that. And that's the problem, man. That's the problem. That's the problem. Why is this important? Why am I bringing all this up? Because we've been hearing every time we kind of get shit together, they always go after the women, and too many other women fall for the shit. Like I said, 2014, 2015, Ferguson, what happened? The You Go Girl Jilla hit. Time's up. The women's rights fake bullshit, fake thing, which is called the counterinsurgency, counter revolution, which is always used to destroy the legitimate revolution, was introduced, and it was bullshit. Because what were white women oppressed on? Nothing. When it came to the oppression that we were facing, like what? They're part of the oppressive class. What? Many times they hold the whip. A lot of times, remember, 60% of all the slave owners are white females. Y'all go ahead and look up that book. She was a slave owner too. Yeah. That remember that Amber Geiger case was another example. They are also the executors too. It's not just a white male police officer. The white female is part of this game too. And she boom, boom, boom. But what was so, this is why I bring up the Amber Geiger case, because it revealed the tethers, the Botham Jean non-FBA family, and their buck dancing and coonery. But it also revealed the women, our women, black women. And we can't oh no, it's boule, because the majority of our women buy into some form of feminism. Like I said before, I know because I grew up under it all down the line, no matter from great grandparents, grandma, aunts, great aunts, mom, sister, daughter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They form like Voltron. It's like ants. Like they all have their antenna of on one accord. Turn left. Anyways, but I digress. So the society, that's what I'm saying, the ruling class, you gotta give it to the ruling class. They know who to pick. They know what groups to use to further give them cover and to further perpetuate the agenda without it looking like the agenda, and with it looking like it's elevating, empowering. Because on the surface, what can be bad about helping out a marginalized group, right? Weren't women historically marginalized in traditional white society? Yeah, on the surface. But remember, they were part of the game as well. Remember how racist them white women were. See what I'm saying? But the problem too is, because we're under their paradigm, we get shifted and pushed into their thing. Like, no, all women forever have been oppressed. No, that's not true. You go back and look at them traditional black societies that were ruling. The women were in power a lot of times. The women were in their rightful place where the man was able to provide, and they were able to be the nurturers and the arbiters of queendom, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's not the same, not even close. And that's the problem too. We have too many of us don't know our own history, And so we look at our enemy's history thinking that it's our history. And they look at their own personal trauma and make it seem like that's the totality of everything. Your own personal hardships, no matter how bad they were, I'm not knocking it, I'm not degrading it. It probably was horrible, and I apologize. I didn't do it, but I apologize that this happened to you, from fathers to brothers to cousins, uncles, strangers, friends, confidants, etc., exploited and abused and mistreated you. And that's horrible. I don't negate none of that. But that does not give you the right to oppress and then become a tyrant over the innocent. You have to heal, because guess what? That's like the vampire biting you and you don't get that antidote. So now you've become a vampire yourself, which is what the system wants in the first place. Knowing or unknowingly, that's what the objective is. So they like to have predators and demons to go after the innocent so that they can turn them against other innocents. And it's true. It's real, man. It's real. It's real. You're dealing with a demonic ruling class. You're dealing with the devil himself. And so but I do empathize with your abuse: physical, emotional, sexual, mental, psychological. That should never have happened. And all them heartaches and stuff like that, I apologize for that as well. you know and but we need a new lease on life. You can't just stay in your pain forever. It's time to reach heaven, not stay in hell. And that takes healing, hard work, frequency, reading books, therapy, treatment, daily work, changing your subconscious, healing those chakras, getting out of a bitter mindset, etc. I don't have time to doing the self-help work, doing the hard work. It's hard work, but it's worth it. Damn it! It's easy to just blame the most marginalized group in the society. See what I'm saying? The black male group is the number one oppressed group in the society. There's no thing that they can run to. They can't run under the banner of being a child. They can't run under the banner of being a woman. They can't run under the banner of being an elder. They can't run under the banner of white supremacy. They can't run under the banner of immigration, etc. They have to stand alone against every single person, every single community, every single entity that says that they ain't shit, that they're deadbeat dads, that they're women haters, the women beaters, that they ain't shit, that they're nothing but niggers, that they're mayates, that they're jarirs and akadas and whatever else dirty slang dirtbag word, that they're less than human, subhuman, when we're actually the gods of the planet and the true Homo sapiens sapiens and the original man, the true man. But I digress. And the one that can give genetic annihilation to every other group on the planet just by simple fornication. So why is this all important, man? Why do I have to go through the full spectrum, the full rundown? Because we've been living under a lie, man. And it's time to break these lies down. Time to get rid of the propaganda and get back into the era of truth. Get back into the era of togetherness, unity that I saw during that George Floyd uprising. That was one of the greatest moments. I bet that was how Tupac felt after the Rodney King uprisings. When he saw all the people, it didn't matter, blood, Crip, it didn't matter, educated, uneducated, boule, ghetto, it didn't matter, jailbird, squeaky clean square. They all formed like Voltron because they stood for what was right. Now, my dream is for us to recapture that and stay in that. Not just for a moment, not for a few weeks, a month, a year, 2 years, but it to be the new normal for all time. Because together we are unstoppable. For real. When we get off that gender war shit, class bullshit, religious nonsense, Everything else that divides us and flips us out. When we unify around our lineage and what's right, we're unstoppable. We can get reparations in the Black Genocide Campaign and take over the nation that we built and the world that was always ours all along. And end white supremacy in the Black Genocide Campaign. We could do it. So, back to the Jeffrey Epstein thing. So now that I've laid down the full rundown, matter of fact, y'all go ahead and hit that part 3. Y'all go ahead. I'm going to go jump right into it in part 3. This is just a further rundown because it needed to be said. So, boom. Go ahead and check out part 3. It's coming. Same day.